Okay, shit, we haven't even started. Nice work with the a cappella version. Yeah. I want to, on behalf of these two, welcome everyone here, and thank you for being here. This is a special day, of course, for them, for all of us. And, obviously you're all here for a reason. You're important to Matt and Cole as individuals, but also as partners. And, one thing I remember on my wedding day was, and this is something for you guys to remember, is everyone's here for you. This is the one time people are actually here for you, and only you. So remember that and enjoy it. We're here at Orlando's. These guys work here sometimes, and it couldn't be a better place. I don't know if any of you saw what this looked like a few months ago. It was filled with old sinks and toilets, and they spent a ton of time and blood, sweat, and tears into making this room what it is today. And what's special about it is obviously for tonight, but also they've left this for the restaurant and the community to use for years to come, which is great. They saw this diamond in the rough covered in trash, and they turned it into something really special. And you guys deserve a lot of credit for that. I guess I should introduce myself. My name's Grant Kaler. I'm Cole's cousin. This is the one part I didn't write. I used a comb today. I haven't used a comb since prom. That's actually true. That's true. Actually, my own wedding, I forgot to use a comb. My brother told me after the wedding I had hat head. You would have thought him or one of my groomsmen would have told me I should have brushed my hair, but he didn't. That's my problem, though. We'll keep this about you guys. Northeast Pennsylvania is special to me. I grew up all over the place. We moved a lot, but this was Wisconsin for us. So this is a special place for me to do this for you guys. I met Cole when he was born, actually. We were the oldest of the cousins, and that was a unique thing for me, right? Like, we were the oldest, and he was born into our lives. He's one of the few people I know, like, as an adult, I knew you when you were born. June, right? So we were here. We were here in the summer, and in that little blue house, is that right? Well, when I met him, he had this, I was 5 or 6 at the time, and he had this really cool, a lot of you probably don't know, because it's covered by Harry, it's this really cool birthmark. And I was really into Lord of the Rings and magic at the time, and I thought, holy shit, this guy's the chosen one. He's got a treasure map or something. I was ecstatic. Well, I probably wasn't 5 or 6. I was trying to make myself sound younger. I was probably 9, but I was 5 or 6, like, reading J.R. Tolkien. Probably not invented Bitcoin or the internet by now. But, so yeah, I'll never forget it. It's my first memory of you, and for real, I'm serious. I was like, oh my gosh, there's a special baby. I felt like it needed to be like this kind of Lion King type moment, and then he was brought into our life. Cut to 10 years, yeah, probably 10 or 12 years later, me and Cole and Tommy are dressing a mannequin as a prostitute and propping it up on the side of the road to see what people who drove down the street would think. Her name was Sarah. What was crazy, you probably don't care about the story, but I'll tell you anyway. We put a rope around her ankle, and the car would drive by, she's propped up. And when obviously in the port you double take something like that, so people would spin around and throw it in reverse. We'd yank on the rope, and the mannequin would go through the woods, and we'd hide and giggle as people were spotting for a prostitute mannequin. Cut to 10 years later, Cole's in his 20s. I'll skip over that decade. And 10 years later, he meets Matt. And that's where we are today. Obviously, I don't know Matt as well as I know Cole. Cole and I have a lot of stories together, but I've met him a few times, and kind of amazing how perfect he is. There's this weird thing about him. He's like super good looking, he's a perfectionist, and he's a good builder, and it's just, I don't know. He seems like this person. Even asking people for your flaws. My God, people could list my flaws for days, and no one could give me one of yours. But I know you on the surface level, but I've gotten to know him very well over the last few times that we've met, and what's been really special is to see them together and how they interact and how they really care about each other and treat each other. It's been really, really wonderful. Here's what I do know about Matt. He has 2 incredible, successful, happy, and loving children. He was valedictorian of his class. We'll just say it was. He clearly takes care of his family whenever he's needed or they need him to. It's very clear. They've been to Florida 16 times in 14 months. I don't know how that's honestly physically possible. But anyway, I've had a lot of fun getting to know Matt over the last year since we first met. I've heard the words used generous to describe you. Hot. Passionate. Cool. Smarty pants. When I asked his sister, I said, just give me one word to describe him. And she said, gnome. I had no idea what she meant. This was just last night. She said gnome. So of course, like we do nowadays, I look everything up. I know what a gnome is. Like I told you, I read Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit growing up. But I didn't know what it meant if you called someone a gnome, especially nowadays, like with the internet and acronyms and stuff that most people in this room don't even understand. So I looked up, what is a gnome? Why do you call someone a gnome? There wasn't a real good answer, but the real answer was someone who lives in the earth and guards treasure. So, I put 2 and 2 together. We have a gnome, he's the bearer of a treasure map. So, there are 2 possibilities here. One is that this union is the answer to the universe and world peace, or you just have a birthmark and your sister called you a gnome because that's what siblings do. More likely. Sorry, the latter. Anyway, again, you all should know that everyone that is here holds a very special place in Cole and Matt's heart in their lives. Their lives have been touched by each and every person in this room. Not just as friends, but as brothers, sons, uncles, cousins, fathers, and friends. However, it's not only you here today, there's a very special place in their hearts for those whose stories ended too soon or too long ago. We'll take a moment to recognize who can't be with us tonight for the special song and candle lighting ceremony.
Sometimes I feel like throwing my hands up in the air. I know that I can count on you. Sometimes I feel like saying, Lord, I just don't care. You've got the love I need to see me through. Sometimes it seems the going gets too rough, and things go wrong no matter what I do. Now and then it seems that life is just too much. You've got the love I need to see me through. When food is gone, you are my daily meal. When friends are gone, I know my Savior's love is real. Your love is real. You got the love. You got the love. You Time after time I think, oh Lord, what's the use? Time after time I think it's just no good. 'Cause sooner or later in life, the things you love you lose. You've got the love I need to see me through. You've got the love, you've got the love, you've got the love. You've got the love, you've got the love, you've got the love. You've got the love, you've got the love, you've got the love. You've got the love, you've got the love, you've got the love. Sometimes I feel like throwing my hands up in the air. I know that I can count on you. Sometimes I feel like saying, Lord, I just don't care. You've got the love I need to see me through.
Thank you, Sarah. We can clap, it's not a shirt. As a reading today, Cole has asked his good friend Colleen to come up and share some insightful words from a song that just so happens to honor their vows as well.
I want to make you smile whenever you're sad. Carry you around when your arthritis is bad. All I want to do is grow old with you. I'll get your medicine when your tummy aches. Build you a fire if the furnace breaks. Oh, it could be so nice growing old with you. I'll miss you, kiss you, give you my coat when you are cold. Need you, feed you. I'll even let you hold the remote control. So let me do the dishes in the kitchen sink. Put you to bed when you've had too much to drink. Oh, I could be the man to grow old with you. I want to grow old with you.
That is from the great old philosopher Adam Sandler. All right, without further ado, Tilly Noviello is going to continue and proceed with the vows.
And now, Cole, do you take Matt to be your husband? Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect him, forsaking all others and holding only on to him?
I do.
Matt, do you take Cole to be your husband? Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect him, forsaking all others and holding only on to him forevermore? Cole and Matt will now exchange rings as a symbol of love and commitment to each other. Rings are a precious metal. They are also made precious by you wearing them. Your wedding rings are special. They enhance who you are. They mark the beginning of your long journey together. Your wedding ring is a circle, a symbol of love never ending. It is the seal of the vows you have just taken to love each other without end. Cole, please place the ring on Matt's left hand. As a sign of my love, that I have chosen you above all else,
That I have chosen you above all else.
with this ring I do.
this ring I be wed.
And Matt, please place the ring on Cole's left hand and repeat after me. As a sign of my love,
As a sign of my love,
that I have chosen you above all else,
that I have chosen you above all else.
with this ring I thee wed.
With this ring I be wed.
To make your relationship work will take love. Continue to date each other. Take time to show each other that your love and marriage grows stronger with time. It will take trust to know that in your hearts you truly want what is best for each other. It will take dedication to stay open to one another and to learn and grow together. It will take loyalty to go forward together without knowing exactly what the future holds. And it will take commitment to hold true to the journey you have both pledged today. And now, by the power vested in me by the state of Pennsylvania, it is my honor and delight to declare you married. Go forth and live each day to the fullest. You may seal this deal with a kiss. I am so very pleased to present the newlyweds, Mr. Thomas Cole Kitchen and Matthew Lee Eyer.